Welcome to the Daily Guided Meditation Practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you once again through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. The goal with the position is to be sturdy and comfortable. You don't want to feel like you're about to fall over. You want to be stable, and you also don't want to shift and move during the practice. That causes a bit of a distraction. You really just want to find what works for you. A chair works, you can even lie down. Just find what works for you. We also keep our eyes open during this practice. Although if you have learned or you feel more comfortable practicing with your eyes closed, it's okay, you can close your eyes. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and just leave the screen alone. We look at them far too much anyway. And drop your eyes gently down below you. Maybe about a foot away from you and just kind of below you. Not a strain, not a concentration on anything, but also not zoned out and not blurry. Just a gentle, clear gaze directed softly downwards. You're in a nice, comfortable position, and your eyes are either closed or open, directed gently down. Meditation isn't complicated. It isn't some sort of thing we can use to get one up on the universe. It's really not even a thing. Meditation is the return to what we already are. And learning to not be so distracted from this. And not returning to something like an object to what we are. But that thing that has been consistent ever since your birth. The thing that is unchanged from infancy to now. The thing that is unaffected by your story. The thing that exists before you think about it. But because we live a life of distraction, we need something like meditation to make things clear to us. And it's simply a matter of attention. All day we pay attention to media, videos, people's opinions, entertainment. And rarely do we actually notice the beautiful little plants that emerge from the cracks in the sidewalk, or the wind on our face. This moment, just as it is. So as you listen to this voice, you hear my voice, bring your attention to this moment. And don't get distracted by thoughts. Be attentive to what you hear, what you see, smell, taste, touch. Notice it all happening now. And don't get distracted by this next thought. Are you thinking? If you're normal, I'm probably interrupting you thinking again, completely losing sight of the task of this moment, of noticing this moment. This is your basic distraction. The great confusion that keeps us from knowing what we really are. So a nice tool that is used with meditation is to bring our attention instead of thoughts, but to bring our attention to something specific, something that only happens now. Traditionally, that is the breath, but today, bring your attention to your ears. Approach this moment from the point of view of sound. And just listen to the general hum and buzz of the world around you. Passing cars, birds, the low hum of the refrigerator. Just listen and leave thinking alone. And don't name sounds or judge them. Don't say this is a good sound and that's a bad sound, or that's a dog, or that's a cat, or that's a bird. Just hear it directly, with no names. Don't attach to the sounds either. Let them go. Let your ears hear what they want to. Just notice it. And I'm probably catching you thinking again, distracted from sounds, and that's okay. Remember, we're not going to push away our thoughts or try to ignore them. We're not doing anything with them. We're allowing them to come and go as they want to. In fact, include the sound of your thoughts with the general sound around you, as if it is just another sound. It's all noise. And just return to it as noise. Come back. Come back to sound. Where does it come from? What's it like? Where does it go? The sound can be perceived. The sound of my voice is noticed, along with body sensations, thoughts, smell. It's all noticed and seen. But can the thing that notices all of these phenomena, sound, thinking, feeling, sensations, can that itself be noticed? We feel to be some sort of center of awareness that resides behind our eyes and in between our ears. And we feel to operate kind of above our feet in our torso. So if this place is real, the center, the one that perceives everything, if it's real, can it be noticed? In the same way sounds can be noticed? Experiment. Look for this place. When you say I, where are you talking about? What are you referring to? In the same way you notice sounds and you found them with attention, find me. Look for the looker. Is there something there to be discovered? What do you discover? What changes when you look for the looker? And don't try to imagine this. There's nothing you can think about. There's nothing that can be imagined that will help you. Simply look. In the same way you found sound, find I, the one hearing this voice. What are you? All right, you can look at the screen. A lot of this practice, I'm telling you things that will just genuinely help you in life. Things that you probably already know. But this practice is a switch that most of us need, or I would say would be very beneficial. And it's a life from being distracted by the contents of our mind, distracted by desire and need to feel good and paying attention. So it's a life from being distracted to paying attention, not changing things and not becoming better or trying to make change, anything like that. It's just noticing what's going on. Because you'll notice that, like, when you're living kind of this distracted life, you'll say, okay, I'm done with it. I'm going to delete social media. I'm going to stop scrolling. I'm going to do it. You do it maybe 3, 4 days, maybe a week if you're lucky, maybe a month if you're lucky, but then go right back to the old habits. It's because we don't know the mechanics of our suffering. We don't know the mechanics of how the mind works directly. You can watch a lot of motivational videos. You can get on board and get real fired up, but the times when you're not motivated, the times where it's difficult, the change doesn't come. Meditation isn't about changing. It's about flipping the direction of what we notice. Just noticing. And one of the biggest things that we use for our distraction is, of course, doom scrolling. Waking up in the day. I'm guilty of this sometimes. Waking up and just, like, what are we even doing? And we all know this. We know it doesn't make us happy. You don't even need me to tell you. We all know that scrolling on our phone is not a route to being happy. It's more of a drug that masks how we really feel. It's like an energy drink that masks our tiredness. But to stop scrolling, which is a good thing to stop doing, in fact, deleting all your social media would be a good thing, but to stop scrolling isn't a matter of just stopping. It's a matter of paying attention while you're scrolling. So when you wake up, if you're one of these people who wake up and you immediately pull out your phone and you start going scrolling, that's okay. But just as you're doing it, this is what this practice offers. As you're doing it, notice what's happening. Be completely and fully aware what's happening. Not getting sucked into the next video clip and like getting moved in and like, oh, what's the next thing? Oh, I wonder, oh goodness. And then just like totally blanking out, but like literally paying attention in the same way we do to sounds and the breath right here in this practice while you're scrolling. And you'll notice, what is it that I'm looking for here? What is it that I'm gaining? Being very clear about that whole thing. And just see what happens. I won't even make a statement. Just see what happens then. If you want to stop scrolling, you want to live a life less distracted, just pay attention to what you're doing. You don't need to change behavior so much. Just pay attention to what's happening while you're doing it. And that frees you up. It frees you from needing to do something. Instead, you're discovering what is really going on. Then you can really stop scrolling. Then you can really stop being distracted and live your life here and now, where it always and will always be. But it's a practice. I'm also a student of this practice. I'm not sitting up here like I'm high and mighty and I'm perfect about it. I'm not. but we can all do it with this practice. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for showing up for your life. And of course, as always, I'll see you tomorrow.